Hey guys, Mr. Hanson here. We are plowing through Romeo and Juliet, guys. We are entering into Act 4. No, we're finishing we're finishing up Act 3 from starting from Scene 2, and we're going into Act 4 and just doing Scene 1. Okay, I know these are a little bit weird readings, but we have 5 acts and we had 4 weeks to do it in, so that's why it's kind of wonky. All right, you guys, this section. This is where tragedy kind of hits Romeo and Juliet. They we remember in the previous scene last week that Romeo kills Tybalt, and we also remember the prince's decree. Okay, so this really puts a damper on their future plans and future happiness, and it's going to be pretty bleak. All right, so as we see here, guys, you will have a quiz this week that is going to be covering each of those sections. So you want to, again, read through those pretty carefully if you can. And then your question this week is, in Romeo and Juliet are both put in a difficult situation after Romeo kills Tybalt. So just what we talked about. Both of them at first can only see the worst parts of their position. Okay. So part 1 of your response, guys. In what ways do the friar and the nurse help Romeo and Juliet both see a silver lining in their new condition? And by silver lining, I mean like a positive or optimistic, hopeful view. Okay. I want you to cite specific points from the play in support of your answer. So guys, don't just pull something out of the air and make it up and hope that that's going to fly. Like, I can tell if you've read or not. Okay. You don't have to cite something explicitly, but discuss something that happened in the play specifically as you answer this question. Okay. For part 2, guys, I also like these reflection components. So this is another second paragraph. Okay. All of us have faced difficult situations in which it was easy for us to only see the worst outcomes. However, what are the ways that you've learned to see the silver lining? Okay. So again, guys, all of us have had really dark times in our life, I imagine. What are ways that you've kind of looked back or during the time could see the silver lining? And for some of you who might not be able to think of anything for this, all of us are kind of going through a dark time right now with COVID-19. There's a lot of hard things that are going on. I would like you to think of the silver lining to our stay-at-home order. Okay. Now, I would like you to think beyond, you don't have to go to school. Now, some of you, maybe that's a dark point, but I think some of you might just opt to that. Come up with a paragraph and really think deeply about what are some positive outcomes for this. Okay. It might be, I get to spend more time with my family or just something to that effect. Okay. So again, each part requires a paragraph. I want this to be 2 paragraphs long. You guys, I just, as a last thought here, as you go into this, I want to say that this is probably the easiest time that this class will ever be for you. And I know in some ways it's much harder than it will ever be for some of you for various reasons. But I just want to emphasize, guys, don't phone this in. Really, try to grasp this. I mean, we've cut out a lot of stuff that we were planning to have you guys do. Again, I don't know all the implications of what it means to receive an incomplete, but please do all you can to get through the class. Now, I'm not going to award a passing score if I don't feel like you've done the bare minimum on this. Okay, some of you saw that from the previous week. So again, please, guys, put in the effort. A lot of your education right now kind of depends on you and what you put into it. I can only do so much, especially now. Okay, so do the best you can, guys, for real. There's a lot to learn from this play. There's a lot to learn from your other classes, but you have to put in the work. Okay, so again, all of you are in different situations. But just do what you got to do to make it through. And again, anytime you need help with something, reach out to me and I'll, do all I can to help you. So, all right, good luck with the reading this week, guys. And just as a last thought, guys, as we go through this, let's maybe plan on talking about the first half. So we got 2, 3, 4, 5, scene 1. Okay. Maybe let's go from scene 2 through scene 4 of Act 3. We'll talk about that Tuesday, so try to have that read. And then we'll do scene 4 and 5, and then Act 4, scene 1. So we'll do those 3, okay? And that'll be for Thursday. All right, guys. I look forward to seeing you. So happy reading.